be honest.
I will see.
All right. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another around 30 minutes. I'm hoping it's going to work. We've already had technical difficulties, and I am not seeing anything up on my screen. So I don't. Yeah. Oh, are you kidding me, man? Oh well, we'll try to do it, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Um, so yeah, today I'm doing another around 30 minutes. This is where I get to grab people out from the the fandom and get to know them a little better, and just a wonderful time to get to know each other. So today I have Mr. Dennis from Sentinel Bay Reviews. Hopefully y'all can see this. I am not seeing. Hold on, let me do something real quick.
Well, I checked my phone and I saw the video, so
Okay, the
it
video
seems to
wasn't coming
work.
up for me. Now I think it is going to come up for me. I think in a second. But thank you very much for joining me on this. Take time out of your busy schedule to come see me. So how are you doing and all that wonderful stuff?
I'm fine. It's a little late now. It's half past 11, but
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sorry about that.
no problem, man. I'm actually happy that we made this happen because yeah, I really looked forward to talk to you again after we did the session on my channel
Yep,
last week.
yep,
Or
we did last week. Yes, sir.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Yeah,
and I enjoyed it a lot. So yeah,
yeah.
was
So
looking
yeah,
forward to part two.
yeah, I put this young man's his YouTube channel in my description. I was on his show. I was actually his first one he did, and I was honored to do that. So go check that out. It was really good. It's really fun, and he's repaying me the thing to do it with me. So yeah, and now I can see my screen and everything. So good. Everything should be working all right. So that's good and everything. So
Very good, very good.
and we were talking earlier about everybody say happy birthday to his 4-year-old. It's going to be 4 year olds tomorrow, I guess, or is it just his birthday parties tomorrow?
And now it is tomorrow in like half an hour.
Oh, okay, yeah,
So
exactly. This man, if anybody doesn't know, his man is in Germany. He's overseas, so he wanted to start a new kind of interview process where to bring folks around the world together and everything. So it's really cool. And I've done interviews with people overseas, and it's really fun and everything. So definitely, check this guy's out. Check his reviews out, his channel, and all that good stuff. And yeah, so the
thank you.
first thing we got to do is, what do you collect?
I think the answer that you get most of the time, it's mainly Transformers, and it's mainly masterpiece Transformers.
Uh-huh.
Um, Although I also have a little Chuck collection. I
Okay.
scale it down a little bit lately, but I got a new concept coming, so I will still keep collecting Chucks, and I have a little 3 3/4 scale of Marvel figures.
Oh, okay.
Nothing spectacular. Nothing like I want to complete. Just getting my favorite characters together,
Mhm.
and yeah, this is what I'm focused on right now.
Okay, very nice. So you're in the masterpiece Transformers and Chug and everything. Have you jumped down the rabbit hole for Legends yet?
I try to. Um, I'm still not off the hook. I would say I bought the Magic Square Blaster, which is a tremendous figure,
Uh huh.
and I was really hesitating about this because I was really afraid that I would like him, and that he would just suck me into the whole
Yeah,
Legends game, and
exactly.
um, and I gotta say I really like the figure, but I like a certain aspect about it that's pretty unique for Blaster because I like this that you can somehow simulate the mass shifting with
Hmm.
these little legends because you got this little boombox that can be carried by masterpiece figures
Oh
on the
yeah, yeah.
shoulders
Uh
or
huh.
used for a dancing scene or something like that. And it's
Exactly.
not a feature that other characters share really. Maybe
Yeah.
okay, Soundwave of course, maybe a Megatron if you use him as a gun or something. But now I just looked at the Mac Planet Hot Soldiers Optimus Prime, which was pretty
Hmm.
cool. For a friend, I got the Magic Square Transporter coming. They're the Ultra Magnus.
Yeah. Hmm.
So I would just review them and then send them along to him. He's in the UK.
Okay.
But I'm still not sure if I should go down that road or not. Maybe.
Oh, man, I know what you're talking about, man. The Storm Collectibles, Mortal Kombat, man. I knew once I got one in hand, I would be like, "Oh my god, they got me." Uh,
Yeah, it's always the first piece is always the most dangerous.
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. That's
What
what.
what I'm what I'm pretty sure about is that the legends will not replace my MP collection. It's if I start
Oh,
collecting legends, it will be an addition, not the
mhm.
replacement.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. That's understandable. That's what I do too. I don't replace anything like that. So that's cool. Well, nice. Very nice. So, why do you collect? Have you always collected as a kid? As a teenager to an adult? What makes you just want to get plastic crack all the time?
Um, I think I collect almost my whole life, but I did not collect like toys all the time. The topics changed from time to time, especially when I grew up
Hmm.
into adulthood. When I really was a child, of course, I had some Transformer stuff. I had my Mask toys, which I absolutely loved back in the day. I had He-Man stuff and all of that, but I did not collect. I had the toys. I played with them, and
Hmm.
of course, I tried to get as much as I want, but not as a collection, just to have them and to play with them. And when I grew up, I started collecting CDs mainly. Pretty decent CD collection still in the
Oh yeah.
downstairs. This died down a little with the century of Spotify and digital music streaming, and I still enjoy getting a CD in and just enjoying the process of activating music and not just clicking on
Oh
a
yeah.
stream or something like that.
Hmm.
And then I started with the um, with rebuying my Mask stuff when I was started working and earning my own
Nice.
money.
Nice. Hmm.
And I had to sell these because I was a little tight on money. After maybe
Understandable.
I got
Hmm.
a little bit out of control. Maybe.
It happens. It happens all the time, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a
Very
shame.
nice.
Uh,
Yeah.
but,
I'm sorry.
but the but for the reason why I collect, I don't really, I don't know, man. As, as long as I have a universe that I can somehow yeah, dive into, like a Transformers universe with all the characters and all the depth and everything. I just like to
Mhm.
recreate stuff and get all this stuff together, and with
Yeah.
all these beautiful third-party and official masterpieces around, you can really yeah, create things that you would have liked to create when you were a child.
Oh, okay. So you use your imagination, basically, what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what you had to do as a kid because they were blocks of plastic. And
Yeah,
they didn't have
yeah.
insulation like they do now and everything. But yeah, so I used to, yeah, when I was in I was in the military over in Germany and everything. I collected CDs, man. So I'd always go to the PX and always grab a CD every time I went and everything. I just had tons. I still have tons of CDs, man. They're just everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's you have this physical copy of the art somebody created, which I think is a cool thing.
Mhm. Yeah.
I take the booklet out, I read along the lyrics while listening to the music. It's just completely different than just like opening an app, pressing play, and just
Yeah.
having background music. It's not.
Oh yeah.
I'll do this, of course, because it's a fast and pretty cheap way to get your hands on new music. But yeah,
Yeah.
I will always have my CDs around
Oh
for
yeah.
sure.
Cool. Very nice, very nice. Well, I got a question for you, Mr. BB13 Jr. I already asked the question. Thank you very much. What are your top 5 MP figures, and what is your most anticipated masterpiece figure that's coming out? I guess.
Uh, I think this includes third party.
Yeah, you can.
And okay, I
MP
think
scale. Yeah.
the most anticipated has to be the Defense Toys Astro Train.
Okay. Very
I
nice.
can't. I was hoping for a cool Astro Train a long time. So when they announced this, and then now it looks tremendous. It has this
Hmm.
absolutely awesome name, and yeah. So this is the most anticipated for me. The top 5. I like the KFC transistor because it was my first third party
Okay.
figure, and I
Nice.
think it held up
Still a
pretty
good
well.
blaster. Yeah, still a good blaster.
Yeah, yeah, and who else? I love MP39 Sunstreaker. I think it's
Mhm.
the perfect balance of cartoon accurate
Oh yeah.
robot and
Yeah.
realistic car. I love it. The Magic Square Optimus Prime is pretty cool. It
Okay.
actually replaced my MP10, which I never thought would happen. And oh, then it gets hard. I don't really. Maybe the Toy World Constructor, if I can count it as one piece.
Why not? Why not?
How many do you have now? 4.
That's
And then
4. One more.
one more. Oh, it's hard. I need to pick another Decepticon. From the pieces that I have, I would say the DX9 Blitzwing.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I see that little Cyclonus up there from Fans Toys. You picked that Blitzwing up? Come on now.
uh, the Cyclonus is in my shelf for like 2 weeks now.
Okay.
I haven't fiddled with him much. I just took it out of the box and put it into the shelf.
He's a pain in the butt to transform a little bit. He's not the worst fans toys to the transformation, but he's not the best either, though. So
their fans toys isn't the best at transformations in general. Of course, it's a beautiful figure. It's not like I don't think I have a piece that I don't like.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All of them are your top 5, man. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Very good, very good. And I like that you picked Transistor. Your first one. Because most people wouldn't pick that one. It is a good blaster. I think somebody will come along and make another one. But it is, if no one does, I think I would be satisfied with that one as my MP blaster.
Yeah, absolutely. He's pretty cool. He's maybe a little bulky around the chest if you look at it from the side, but the general sculpt I think is pretty decent.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Well, Sardio has one. I just had him on round 30 yesterday. Go check that out. He said, "Do you enjoy any other Transformer fiction aside from G1?"
I love Transformers Prime.
Nice. Yeah.
It's an awesome series. Maybe the best Transformers series to date.
Yeah, I would put that up there. Yeah.
Yeah. And when I first saw pictures of that, I was like, I don't like the visual of this, like the whole design and everything. But you get used to it, and it has so much character depth in it, and such a great story. You really start to overlook the visuals. So I'm fine with that. If you would count it as a different universe, I absolutely love IDW Comics. What they did with the universe is fantastic.
Yeah.
And other than that, I've never been a great Beast Wars fan. Just never could.
I mean, a lot of people aren't, but I had to say they are probably one of the top 3 as far as storylines. Their storyline is really good.
Actually, I have to admit, I never watched it completely. I watched several episodes, and when I was like maybe a teenager, and I just couldn't connect to it. So maybe it's because it was called Transformers, but just didn't look like I was expecting it to look. Yeah. So other than that, I would love to. I started the Japanese stuff with the Headmasters, and I would love to look into the whole Unicron trilogy, Victory stuff.
Oh yeah.
But I can't watch Japanese audio with subtitles. It just I just can't stand it.
Yeah,
it's nothing personal. I just can't.
No, it's understandable because you want to watch it, but then you have to look down and start reading too. You have to start reading the words, so it's kind of hard to follow sometimes. So that's totally understandable.
There's some pretty cool fan-made English subs for the Headmasters on YouTube.
Yeah, there are. Yeah.
Almost not to almost sound like the original G1. It's pretty awesome, but it's only a few episodes, and it made me want to see more. But yeah, what can I do?
All right, well, cool. We got some more questions. Eddie Powell, he asked, "What would you like to see made into a masterpiece?" So, what's a masterpiece figure that has not been made yet that you would love to see, man?
Oh, there are a few. I think what I really would like to see is it has been made, but I wasn't satisfied with it. I want to see a good masterpiece Perceptor, and I don't like the Fans Toys one.
Oh, okay, very nice, very nice.
Mainly because of the head sculpt, it's just like doesn't appeal to me.
Kind of looks goofy. It looks goofy a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Other than that, I think they have tackled almost everything in some sort. There's some special stuff. Like I would love to have an IDW Sunstreaker. Or in general, I would love to see more of the IDW stuff.
Okay.
When the IDW designs found their toy representation with the Generations Chuck stuff.
Yeah.
Like the Generations or Universe Sunstreaker is pretty much exactly what he does look like in IDW, but he's not a masterpiece. He's Chuck. He's smaller. He's not as well as articulated. So I would love to see an IDW Sunstreaker.
Okay, very nice choice. Very nice, both very nice choices. I wouldn't mind seeing either one of those. Let's see, the Red Blitz. Well, he's asking one of my questions, which I was going to ask you now, is who is your favorite character, and why is that? Why is he or she your favorite character?
Before I saw the movie back in '86, I would have said Blaster because I just like his general style. He's a little laid back and he loves music like I do. I just can't relate to that.
Okay.
But nowadays, I would say Springer.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's the first time anybody mentioned Springer as their favorite. Nice.
I love Springer. He's like he's not complicated. He's pretty straightforward. He's a badass in
Yeah,
almost every incarnation,
he really
and
is. Yeah.
and he's a triple changer, which is pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. Definitely. That's not a bad choice. Never. Are you getting? I know you got the Fan Squish one. Are you get? Do you have any other Springers? Like, are you getting the MMC one that just came out? I think. And
If the I always think about maybe building up a Springer collection. I
mhm,
haven't done so far. I have the Generations one because I think he's the best Generation figure ever made.
yeah.
He's very, very good. And I have the Fans Toys one. I was thinking about the Ocular Max that they just released. Not too crazy about the head, but in general, it looks very good. But there's
Mhm,
so many options for Springer right now.
yeah.
Just to get all the third-party stuff would mean a lot of money.
Right,
to
exactly. No,
get
that's
get
fine.
with
I
this
mean,
brand.
if you have one that represents that character, well, for me, it's Starscream, and I have tons of Starscream. But
Yeah.
that's just, I love Plastic Crack and whatever.
I think the character I have the most incarnations of actually is Sideswipe.
Oh, okay,
Just
very nice.
because he's there in almost every toy line, and
Yeah,
most of the time he's not the most expensive of all of the toys.
yeah,
So after
that is true.
MP, the Siege, the Generations, yes, Sideswipe, but it
Yeah,
just happened. It wasn't
yeah.
planned.
I thought that was pretty good. Yeah, and they got the Bad Cube ones. I never got the Bad Cube one, but I always had the MP one, and
Out
I
of
always
Steamroll,
thought it was
yeah.
good and everything. So cool. All right. So here's the part where I ask about the last stuff and everything. And like I always say, I don't want anything bad happen to you. So if you could have one last meal, what would that meal be?
I think the go-to answer is steak on your channel, isn't it? I
It's
w-
been a couple, yeah.
I won't say that. I think I had my fair share of meat over the course of my lifetime
Uh-huh.
already. I think I would go for something sweet, like maybe maybe a cake with fresh strawberries. Because
Oh,
every time I eat something sweet, I feel better afterwards,
yeah.
and maybe I want to feel good before I go on my final journey. So maybe something sweet with strawberries, with chocolate, maybe.
Very nice. Okay. That is a great answer, man. So, are you a cereal guy? And if you are, what is your favorite cereal?
I have been a cereal junkie as a child.
Yeah.
Nowadays, now with that I have a kid, I go back, come back to it because he starts with the cereals.
Uh-huh.
Um, I love the honey pops actually.
Okay, honey pot. So that's like what we have is we have something called honey smacks, I guess.
Man, it's a little bit different. It's like yellow balls like these,
Oh yeah.
like this.
Oh, what do we call them up here? Somebody will say in the chat. I forgot what they're called. They're like I know what you're talking about. They're like Cocoa Puffs, but they're yellow.
Yeah, just like tasting like honey. The honey smacks are just called smacks over here.
Yeah, honey smacks are. I remember it has the frog on the box.
Yep, yep,
And that's honey
exactly.
smacks and one of those yellow balls. I think. Oh man.
I think they have a B, just a B. I think they have a B on the box,
I
but I'm
forgot.
not sure.
Oh, you mean like? Oh no, not Cheer. Do you mean Cheerios or just the yellow
No,
ball?
just like balls. Aren't
Yeah,
Cheerios like circles?
yeah, the circle. Yeah, the balls. I forgot what they're called. They're honey
Let me.
puffs. What they're called, honey puffs. Maybe I think. What be?
Maybe I can find a picture. This always helps.
Kato said they're pops or something. I know what you're talking about. The yellow ball. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. I know what you're talking
These
about.
here,
Yeah.
these.
Oh, okay.
That's the honey pops.
Got those over here or not? But we may. I don't know. I haven't looked at those. I usually get cereal. If
Probably.
I do anything, I'd be. I love Captain Crunch or Crunch Berries. There's a new one with Fruit Loops and marshmallows. It's like a
Oh,
yeah. Come on now. It's Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms together. That's a
that's
diabetes.
pretty. That sounds pretty tempting.
It
I
is.
think yeah. I've been to the States in 2011, and you have especially in the cereal stuff, you had a lot of stuff that we don't ever see here.
Mhm,
So
yeah. And Count Chocula. I know I love some Count Chocula too for some reason.
Count Chocolate, the name is absolutely amazing.
It is. And what they got? Well, there's three. There's the strawberry one, like the Frankenberries, and then there's the blueberries, I think, with the ghost, the blue ghost. Yeah,
Okay.
very good. I think they only put them out during Halloween. I think. I don't think you can get them on.
Halloween special. Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think that.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. So, moving on from that, what is one of your favorite movies? Like, if you're watching flipping through the television and you just see a movie, like the beginning, the middle, or the end, you can just watch it. It doesn't matter where it's at. What is the one of your, because I know there's tons of movies that you like, but what's one that's really memorable for you?
I would go with the movies that I may have watched the most in my life, over and over again. Can I name three?
Yeah, go right ahead, man.
Uh, Star Trek: First Contact.
Okay.
I can speak every line of that movie. I've seen it so often as a kid. Equilibrium with Christian Bale, pretty cool movie, and Starship Troopers.
Nice. Very, very nice. That's a cult classic. I think they're remaking the.
Oh no! Don't do this. No.
Man. I remember watching these. I think they made three. I think the second one and the third one, and they weren't. They were kind of low budget, and it was kind of trash.
Direct to DVD. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
when I first saw Starship Troopers, and it was like, this looks so trashy with all the aliens and the blood and the violence. But when you understand what they try to achieve with this movie, it's a masterpiece. It's a true masterpiece. So great.
Good. I could watch that movie through a lot of stuff and everything. Very good choices, man. Sardi, I'll ask you another one. Who is your least favorite character?
Oh, well, I haven't thought about this for a while.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't have.
I never liked the likes of Gears and Brawn. They was just like kind of like.
Okay.
Yeah, they were just like there, and it's not for all the money belts. I like Power Glide. I like Sea Spray. Huffer always was not one of my favorites as well.
Yeah.
But maybe these. But it's not that I hate him. I don't hate cartoon characters. Come on.
I couldn't think of anything that I could hate. Everybody hates Wheelie, but I'm fine with Wheelie. Whatever. Get over it.
Screw Wheelie, but who cares?
Mr. Eric V, are you coming over to TFCon? I don't think you are you?
I actually discussed it with Tim, because he was.
Tim came over last year. Are you coming to the? Now you're going to the Toronto one, or are you going to come to the United States one? US one.
We think about maybe going to Toronto next year, maybe.
But
this year we can't. I'm going to TF Nation to Birmingham in the UK this year.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to that. It's my first Transformers convention outside of Germany, and so I will not have the money for a second trip. And I think Tim is changing jobs now in 2020, so we'll have to be a little careful with all the money. But if we go, we definitely want to go together, and we want to, and we will maybe 2020.
Good. All right. Well, I love if y'all would come to the one. I don't know where it'll be next year, but if you want, it would be cool to finally meet you and everything. And I met Tim last year, and he's a really good dude. He's tall, man. He's really tall.
You know what? I'm taller.
Are you taller than Tim? Oh my God! How tall are you, dude?
I'm like, I can tell you. We have metric systems. I don't know what it is in inches. It's like 194 centimeters.
I don't know what that is. I'd have to. Somebody look it up for me. 194 centimeters.
No clue. 6 foot something.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, Tim was tall. Yeah. Well, everybody's tall to me because I'm really short, so it doesn't matter. Go up next year, so that's fine. Very cool. So Mr. Cato asked Cato's Toy Box. He said next time he's in Germany, where should he go hunt for toys? I had no clue when I was in Garmisch. So is there good places to look around for toys around there?
It's pretty hard, man. I mean, if you're looking for, especially for Transformers, the only places you can go is, of course, it's not Toys R Us anymore. It's Smith Toys now.
Okay.
With a Y, and then we have like a it's called Müller or Mueller, maybe
Mueller. Okay. Yeah.
It's they have pretty much everything, but they have a pretty cool toy section where you can they have this new Siege stuff there. Sometimes they even find some Gundam stuff there. Maybe these are the two best addresses. But all in all, we are pretty much limited to online shopping, which sucks.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't have third party in your stores or anything like that. Yeah. No. We don't either. I don't either. But
Wait, I was just having a road trip with Tim to the Netherlands. We were driving like 6 hours to the Netherlands just to see a real Transformers shop.
Oh,
and it
really?
was heaven on earth. It was beautiful.
So, Mr. Eric looked up Eric Vaughn. He looked up you are 6'3" in what I
Oh,
don't understand. So
thank you very much, good sir. Much
very nice.
appreciated.
Cool. All right. So, are you you love music? So, do you go to a lot of concerts? And do you remember your first concert you ever went to?
Let me show you something because it's just like can you see the
Oh,
frame over there?
yeah. Ticket stubs or
That's my tickets.
okay.
So yes, I'm
Very nice.
not going to as much concert as I used to do when I was younger,
Oh, yeah.
because
It takes a toll on you, man. It really does.
it's more time toll in this case. The first concert I've been to was a concert in Frankfurt, the Murder Dolls.
Okay. Never heard of them.
Maybe it's the drummer from Slipknot plays guitar in there,
Oh, okay.
and
Very nice.
it's Wednesday 13 is the front man. Maybe rings a name. Yeah, this was the first concert I go to, and we have me and my wife. We have a deal, like we have a place on the refrigerator where our tickets for future
Oh,
concerts
yeah. Yeah.
are pinned to, and we made ourselves a promise that this space never is allowed to be empty.
Oh, okay. Very
There
nice.
always has to be something. The next thing that we're going to is Godsmack in June,
Oh,
which will
okay.
be pretty cool. We got cards for Machine Head, so I'm a little rock metal heavy.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Me
yeah,
too.
but yeah.
Okay, very nice. That's very nice. So, and speaking of your wife, what does your wife think of your collection and your reviews? Does she ever watch your reviews or any of that stuff?
No, she's. I would say she tolerates it, and I think it's all I can ask. I have my room, and
Yeah.
she's not supporting me in like buying me stuff or looking for stuff or anything. And but I think she likes that I have something that I'm passionate about, and
Mhm.
therefore it's fine with her. But she doesn't share my love neither for Transformers nor for collecting.
So she doesn't have a collection of herself then.
No, yeah, she's maybe not conscious collecting, but she has a lot of books. She
Okay.
collects from
Hey, your
certain
wife and my
authors.
wife are the same, man. She doesn't collect anything, but she loves reading. But
I'm
she
just
doesn't. She supports me. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just thankful she doesn't collect shoes or bags or anything like that. So
Yeah. Because that's taking out your Transformer fund, man.
maybe,
Cool.
maybe.
Very cool. All right. Cool. So, if you had to stop collecting right now, would you be satisfied with your collection? And if you started over again, would you collect a different way?
Uh, Satisfied? No, no, not because of what I have, but what I'm missing. It does some.
Gotcha.
I really miss some central pieces. Like I only have two of the Seekers, and
Uh,
I need another Seeker. I only have two Stunticons. I need a complete set of Stunticons, which
uh-huh.
is almost impossible not to get when you look at what's coming
Oh,
out currently.
exactly.
and
Exactly.
but yeah. Other than that, I think I'm fine with my collection. If would I change anything?
Yeah, like if you started over, would you change? Would you
Uh,
collect a different way? Would you go a different, scale and stuff?
um, mm, I don't think so. Maybe I would scrap the Chuck part just because it's like
Okay.
because I know it can get better. But actually, I don't have that much Chuck anymore. But I pretty much love the one that I kept. So no,
Mhm.
not really. I love what I have.
Very nice. Okay. Very good answer. All right. Well, do you think that you will ever stop collecting?
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. Because maybe I think I will stop collecting Transformers somewhere down the road because I think we will get to a point where everything is available.
Okay. Got you. Yeah.
And yeah, and it's complete. And I don't think that we get that much new fiction and new characters that you really can go on. I hope so that we do because yeah, so that the younger generation can share
Mhm.
the joy that we had in our
Oh yeah.
childhood with the Transformers.
Hmm.
But yeah, um, so maybe I will be forced to stop.
Okay. Yeah. So
But
you
I
just
don't think not on right now. Not on a free. I'm doing this like for 3 years now, extensively,
mhm.
and I'm still enjoying it. So I don't think so. Not
Okay.
anytime soon.
Well, to go off on that question, so you're talking about the younger generation. So, what do you want? What would you like to see from Transformers? Like, it's been around for 35 years. Would you like to see from Transformers to keep your interest and other, younger generations another 35 years for Transformers?
I think they're on a pretty good way with all this War for Cybertron stuff they're putting out, because they
Mhm.
seem to set up a new and interesting fiction that is somehow related to what we already have,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
it's interesting enough, new enough, just to keep it going. I would love to see a decent movie for once. And I'm not really talking about, everybody's talking like give us a full movie, like the first 5 minutes of the Bumblebee movie, like a
Yeah.
full animated Cybertron.
Hmm.
I don't think that that wouldn't be the solution for me. I don't care about I don't mind the human part in the movies. I just think they're completely overloaded. The designs suck. So if they ever do another movie, please stick to the classic distinctive robot designs they had. And yeah, I think Siege is a pretty good start. I'm putting high hopes on Siege in the War for Cybertron line.
Oh yeah, me too. Especially that straight to Netflix thing. I'm really looking.
Oh yes, can't wait for that.
Yeah, I hope they really do some good stuff with that and everything. So yeah, good answer. Mr. Stephen M. He came in. He said he liked your hat. He wears hats like that. So very.
Thank you very much. It's mainly to cover my bald head because I lost all my hair when I was 20. So,
Oh,
but yeah, I'm just trying to.
cool. Very nice. It's fine. It's all good, man. So if you owned a third party company, what would be your first release, and what scale would you put it as?
Uh, right now, it might would be clever to do a Legends figure because everybody's jumping on the Legends train.
Yeah. Okay.
But you also might get lost in the shuffle with that. I think I would return to the answer I gave a few minutes ago with the IDW Sunstreaker, because I think it's a
Mm,
figure that has a super interesting background. I
hmm.
think you're not too deep into the IDW comic stuff.
I'm trying to piece them all together. Then I'm going to start reading them. I haven't read them yet.
Okay, so okay, then we'll not spoil you on anything.
Well,
but
that's fine. I've heard a lot of spoilers and stuff. So.
okay, so okay, then what I would do so, because Sunstreaker was like he generally from the character standpoint, he was pretty much similar to the G1, but then
Hmm.
he got captured by humans, and they somehow tortured him, abused him, used his head to create the headmasters,
Yeah.
which were just like humans that turn into his head and then into his car mode and everything. And he's a pretty deep tortured character. I would love to have a figure of that with the headmaster accessory,
Oh. Okay.
maybe with this torted head with all the cables hanging out. So I think it would be
Oh,
pretty
nice.
cool visual. Maybe even doing a statue of that instead of a masterpiece figure.
Ooh. Okay. I think people would buy that. To be honest, I would buy
I,
that.
I would.
Yeah. Okay. Very nice. Okay. I like that. That's very good. So how long have you been doing the Sentinel Bay reviews, and what got you into doing reviews?
I'm doing this for like half a year now,
Okay.
so
You're
not
fairly new. Okay.
pretty new, but I'm pretty busy. I'm
Yeah.
like,
No, it's understandable.
and I think I got inspired to do reviews just by watching reviews myself.
Okay.
I'm not watching like all the reviewers. I think I know most of the names by now,
Hmm.
but the ones I watched the most were like I started with Amgo because I think he's doing pretty slick reviews, pretty slick transformations. But I somehow got a little tired because it's always the same. And then I discovered Bobby Skullface, and
Oh, that fast? Yeah.
I think watching Bobby Skullface is like watching a TV show. It's like a series. Like also the episodes are somehow connected. He's able to deliver a story somehow in all his episodes. And this is what kept me going. I really like this. And yeah, if you watch my videos, you might see some similarities, especially in the way that I record stuff, because I really think it's pretty cool with all the close-ups and everything. And the idea was just like we don't have too much German reviewers over here.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
know like maybe two who are mainly focused on Hasbro stuff
Hmm.
and not so much third-party representations. And I thought like, hey, man, these pieces cost like $150 or more.
Yeah.
Maybe people want to know what they buy, and maybe they want to hear it in their native language and not, yeah, watching English reviewers, maybe because they just don't speak English that well. That was the main
Right.
idea.
Okay, that's a good point. To come in that to hear your own language on a review is it's very comforting. And everything because I don't watch other countries reviews. Usually, I mean, if it's something new, I might do it, but most of the time I'll wait till when the U.S. one does or something like that.
Yeah. I mean, if you do that from a German standpoint, you might have to wait very long because the stuff always stuff gets released here like half or a year later than it gets in the States, for example.
Wow.
And it's really frustrating. But what can you do?
Okay, well, that's cool. Very nice. Mandalore says I just mute them. Yes, okay, you can do that too. That's cool. All right, so it looks like I usually ask people about how they display their collection. So is all your collection behind you in DTOS or anything? Do you have any other way you display your collection, like with bookshelves or anything?
Actually, I don't. I only have 2 D12s.
I like that middle thing. That's really nice.
Yeah, that's like this thing was like it's 30 years old.
Oh, really? Okay.
And I bought it from a store that got like a new owner, and the new owner just got rid of all the old equipment.
Oh yeah, I love that. I would love to go to a store like that. Yeah.
It's awesome, and the thing was like 1,500 D-mark when it was new, so like around the same in dollars maybe. And I got it for $50. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, he was that stuff out, man. He's like, get that crap out, man.
Yeah, it's that exactly. He just wants to get rid of it. It's my centerpiece, and I got 2 D12s just to flank it somehow. And all my Transformer stuff is in there, except for the Magic Square Blaster that's on an open bookshelf together with my 3 3/4.
Okay.
And everything else, I have a Playarts Kai Kazuya that sits up in there. I have the Marvel Legends Deadpool, the Black Series Boba Fett. Everything is cramped up on that bookshelf.
Gotcha. I love that setup. Yeah, I love that middle glass display, man. I love to have something like that. Very nice. Very cool. So if someone gave you $1,000, would you do the adult thing and pay bills, or would you buy Transformers?
I know myself. I think I would buy Transformers.
Nice, very nice.
I gotta say, just as I already said, I just sold a lot of my Chuck stuff, and all my G1 stuff that I had. It wasn't much, just like a few pieces, and actually I got $1,000 out of that, and I managed not to spend it all on Transformers.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm sure your wife probably, said.
I think I spent like $400 on the Transformers, and the rest went into my
very
bank
nice,
account.
very nice. That's the smart. A lot of people say, I would spend $800 on bills or investments, and then $200 on a Transformer and everything. So very good.
It's reasonable.
Very nice. So, do you like cookies? And if you do, are you like crunchy or soft cookies?
Crunchy.
Crunchy, nice, like Oreos and stuff, man.
Yeah, especially Oreos are not my type. my wife loves them, but I'm not too deep into it. There's a thing called a Prinzenrolle. It's like, I don't know if it's available in the States. It's like
what's it called again?
Prinzenrolle. Prince roll. I don't know. It's just like
I don't know. Someone else may have heard of it. I've never heard of it.
It's pretty simple. Just like two crunchy cookies, one on top, one at the bottom, and just chocolate in between. It's pretty simple and effective.
Okay, all right. Hey, that's nice. Whatever you like, man. That's all that matters, man. So and how do you say? Okay, and I was talking to my wife, about this caramel thing. Do you say caramel or caramel?
Caramel, you mean?
You say caramel?
Caramel.
Okay, caramel. Okay. Well, I say caramel. I mean, my wife ordered something like a caramel cheesecake or something like that, and she said, I would like to have a caramel cheesecake. And I say, why do you say it like that? It should be caramel. And we a little debate.
I think caramel is closer to how we pronounce it.
Okay.
But I think in the end we all get our sweets.
Exactly. It's just weird way, like some say tomato, potato, and
yeah.
It's just a weird question I like to ask. It just make people think and everything. And so And what do you think of the fandom at the moment? Like, what do you like? Do you think it's toxic? Do you even pay attention to any of the, the bad stuff? I know you're on Facebook and everything. So, do you see a bunch of the toxicity and everything? And what do you think of it? And or you just see the positive side of the fandom?
Oh no, I definitely see the toxic. It made me left some of the groups because I was like,
Okay.
I don't want to read that stuff. I want to enjoy my figures. I want to meet other people that enjoy their collections,
Mhm.
and so I jumped out of a lot of groups, or at least unsubscribed them, and
Mhm.
just so that I can sell if I need to in that groups, but I don't read along anymore. I enjoy the realm of collectors. I think it's a pretty positive group.
Yeah, it is.
Um, they all have their bad days, of course, but I think it's pretty nice. And we have a small German group that's growing. This is what we're trying to do,
Oh, nice.
and it's also pretty positive because people just like what they do, like what they collect, and I
Mm-hmm.
think a lot of people complain to a little bit too much. And the one thing that actually got me out of one group was that collectors try to screw up other collectors when when it comes to a price. I know it's the whole give me the fan price bro thing is something. It's
That
good.
was Robert D. Everybody thinks it was
I
Bobby
know
Skullface, but that's Robert D. who
it
made
was
that
Robert
thing.
D with the aluminium.
Yeah,
It was hilarious,
yeah.
but no. But I think like the situation that drove me out of group was the Defense Toys Phoenix X that was
Okay.
available. And I saw people like buying everything. That I think most stores only allowed two, and a lot of people bought two. And as soon as it was sold out, they sold for like 250 retail or 300 maybe. And
Mhm.
as soon as it got sold out, they sold their stuff for 500 to $600. And I think it's not fair to the rest of the collectors. If you keep a piece and it just gains worth over time, especially fan stores, because they don't do as much reissues as others do, I
Mhm.
think it's fine to sell it for more value because it gained that value over time. But in
Yeah.
such a
It's not
short
right.
period of time, I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could consider it scalping. I mean, there's two sides to that. You like, you gotta, whatever, you gotta, you gotta make your money.
Yeah,
People
absolutely.
try to make
Yes.
money and everything. But it is kind of shady that, like you just said, if it's like an older, like, year two tops, or plus or whatever, 2 or more years, that's fine. If you're gonna make a profit, that's good. But if it just came out, like
Yeah,
give other people a chance to get it at that price,
that's
instead of
that's that's that's
scalping.
what I mean. That's what I mean. I mean, they only took one out of the market because they
Mhm.
only were able to buy two. It's not much, I know, but it's one collector more that doesn't get it for the retail price, and I don't like. If somebody wants the fans toys and Insecticons nowadays, they have to pay their $300 for the set, and
Yeah,
it's
for
fine.
sure.
It's fine with me.
Yeah, they're 4 something 5 years old, I think, give or take. So yeah, I mean that's
Yeah,
understandable. But yeah, like you just said, if you just say it just came out, but whatever. And then there's always going to fight for the other side. Like, well, I'm going to make my money and blah blah. And like, all right,
yeah. It just leaves a bit. It just for me personally, it leaves a bit of taste in my mouth, and I just
gotcha.
didn't want to be around that environment.
Right, right. Okay, cool. Very cool. Well, I have one more question I usually ask at the end. Does anybody else have any questions? Thank y'all so much for coming in and watching this, man. I had almost 20 people watching. That's really cool.
Oh,
And
cool.
I had some new people come in and everything. So I really appreciate y'all coming in and watching this. And if y'all have any questions, just ask. And he's an open book, I'm sure, and he'll answer. Y'all already have been asking me questions, and I'm hope I hit everybody's question. If I didn't, re-ask it, and I'll definitely ask it again. So. But thank y'all very much for coming in, and all that good stuff. And if anybody else wants to be on with me for around 30 minutes, if you want to come in, just hit me up on my DMs or whatever and say, hey, I'd like to come on, and we'll work a time and I'll get you on, and we'll do the same thing we're doing now. So everything. But my last question is, where do you see Sentinel Bay Reviews in 5 years?
I would love it to be the leading German channel on Transformers, especially toy related.
Okay.
I don't know if it's possible. There's some people that are already established and they're doing a lot of cool stuff. I'm starting to connect to all those people and just doing a little networking. But all in all, maybe I would love to use the channel to maybe someday host my own con. It's just a
Oh,
small, just a small convention, like me,
yeah.
just like renting a town hall and just like I don't know, 50 or 100 people, just getting together, being nerdy all day. It's just
Okay. That's
nothing
very good.
spectacular, but I would love to see something like that.
Okay, That's a good answer. Nobody's ever said that they would love to host a con or whatever and everything because but that's that would be awesome. I would love to see people like that, to get big, big on their channel and everything, and they could actually host a channel or host a con like that. I think that'd be pretty cool. So
I have some sort of puppet master addiction. I have to direct stuff all the time. So.
Very nice, very nice. Well, Snoke, Spinal Tap, he is up to you. So he's the good dude. He has a channel also, and I need to get him on. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but he needs to get on around here too, so I can get him on and talk to him about some stuff and everything. So he's just up to you. So that's cool. Hopefully, I can get you more.
Oh, thank you.
And everything.
Thanks a lot.
I don't see any other questions. Yeah, I guess we're probably going to end it, man. So I want to say thank you first and foremost, for coming on, for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know it's late. So if you wanted to, plug your channel and everything, like I said, I have it in my description. So if you want to say where they can find you at and all that good stuff.
Thanks. You can find me at Sentinel Bay Reviews on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube. I'm not sure if it's really of use to all of you guys because it's all in German. I'm actually I try to do subtitles, but it's a shitload of work, and I can't. It's just like for a half an hour video, you have to 4 hours to do 4 subtitles. It's just like it's. I don't think it's worth it. But if you wanna hop over, I would like to see you. I have an interview section as well. So if everybody feels like wants to introduce themselves to the German fandom, you're very welcome to meet me there. And to you, my friend, thank you very, very much for having me. Much appreciated.
I had to, repay you because you had me on your channel, and I
hope it's not only a repay.
Well, I was going to have you on anyways. It didn't matter. I mean, if I got on your thing or not, it didn't matter. I mean, I just, I wanted to, when you asked me to come on your thing, and then you told me I was your first guest, I was really honored, and really, it made me happy and everything. So.
That's nice. I always had the feeling that somehow my concept is very inspired of yours. I will openly and freely admit that. I think it was only fitting to have you as the first guest, as the one who just made this somehow possible.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Well, I got a question for you. Stephen M. He's a good dude. He's a new sub, so I just started talking to him. He said, "How do you feel about some exploration of the Beast Wars techno-organic transformers?"
Oh, is this the whole transmetal stuff? I'm not too. I'm not that.
Is it Beast Wars or Beast Machines? Were they organic? The techno-organic, I think.
I'm not sure. I'm not too deep. Personally, I don't care for it because I don't care that much for Beast Wars. There's some designs I really like. Somebody teased the Masterpiece Tigerhawk a month ago. I would love to see that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely be in for that one. But other than that, I don't know, man. I would love to see Beast Wars being produced anew with the state of technology they have nowadays for animation.
Oh, okay.
I think it could be pretty cool, but maybe it also would take away a little bit of the appeal. Beast Wars is something special by everything, the looks and everything. With one of the very first animated series, if you take away that and make it too modern, maybe it wouldn't work. I don't know.
Okay. I hope that answered your question, Steven. Really?
Sorry, cool. Man.
No, it's fine. I mean, I would love to see. Well, I'm all in on the Beast Wars, masterpiece stuff. I'm really looking forward to Black Arachnia. Megatron is good. Dinobot's good. All of them are good, actually, to be honest. So I'm looking forward to a future for the MP stuff. And now they're making MP Legend stuff now. Toy World's doing something.
Transform Elements is going into the Beast Wars Legends.
Toy World and Element and Iron Factory is actually doing some Beast Wars stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're doing the Megatron and they're doing the Optimus Primal right now.
Oh, that's nice. They have the experience. That will be quality products, I'm sure.
Exactly. Mandalore said, "Do you find that your audience has the same level of toxicity as maybe some of the U.S. reviewers? Curious what people complain about in different regions." So do you see the same stuff? Argument over there that you hear?
not yet, but I have like 50 subscribers, so my audience is pretty
Give it
small.
time. Give it time.
Yeah, I think the more people you reach, the higher is the likeness that you get somebody in that's toxic and just wants to hurt you in some way, or the work that you do. Maybe he's jealous of what you do, or maybe he's just an idiot. I don't know. But the more people you reach, the higher the chance you reach somebody you didn't want to reach in the first place.
Yeah, that's true. And that's what I've mentioned that a couple times. Like, when you start, having a friendly debate with people on the internet, it usually leads to, to name calling, which it makes no sense. First of all, you're fighting over a toy. And second of all, you don't have a really good comeback. So you just start attacking them physically or mentally, their appearance or whatever, or anything like that.
Yeah.
So it just gets kind of, just like, it's like, come on now. It's like we started talking about a toy, and now you're talking about me, and being fat or something like that. Because I've heard that a lot. Whatever. I know I'm fat. You don't have to tell me. Whatever. It's not hurting my feelings, but so
Yeah, but this is not limited to toys. As soon as people sense that they're losing the argument,
yeah,
and they're not reasonable people, like, okay, you're right, I'm wrong, and maybe we just agree to disagree, with I think is a lost art nowadays.
exactly.
Then they start to get personally insulting, and it's just like I don't even would say it's childish, because most children are much more clever than these guys.
Exactly. Cool. All right. Well, dude, thank you once again so much for coming on, and you're welcome back on anytime, man. Like I said, I'll try to get you out of here because it's really late over there. And I just want to say thank y'all very much once again in the chat, man. Thank y'all. Y'all make this happen, man. It really touches my soul that y'all really come in and watch me, interview a guy that y'all don't even know, and you'll get to know that person and everything. So and thank you so much. I think Mr. V Games, he also subbed to your channel, so hopefully I can get you some more.
Oh, thank you very much. It's much appreciated.
Thank you. And like I said, if you want to come on my show on Around 30, just hit me up and we'll set up a date and time, and we'll do the same thing. So once again, thank y'all very much. Go down and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out. If you haven't subbed, go down there and sub for me. I'm trying to get to 2,000. Yay. And so I guess, like I always say, Hail Hasbro, and good night, folks.
Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.